Now we're going to be dividing. This might be the hardest one here. So we're going to be dividing 7,344 divided by 14. 14 is not 14 in my head, so I'm going to list them out. I'm going to use, because I'm kind of getting right sick of the red, we're going to use purple. So I'm going to put my list over here. I know that 14 times 1 is 14. 14 times 2 is 28. 14 times 3, I don't actually know that in my head, but I know I can just add 28 plus 14. And when I do that, I get 42. Now I'm going to add 42 plus 14, and I get 56. And let's do one more. So we'll just do the first 5 and see if it helps. 56 plus 14 would be 70. Okay, so this is my first 5 multiples of 14. If I ended up needing more, I'll just keep adding. So here, we're going to start by writing our partial quotient. It's 7,344. And we're going to be dividing by 14. So I'm going to start by the thousands place. I see that there's 7 thousands, but I can't easily divide 7 thousands into 14 groups because remember, 7 thousands is like the 7, we'd have 7 of these thousands blocks. And I can't easily put these 7,000 into 14 groups without regrouping and splitting these up. So I'm going to now look at 7,300. So let me get rid of this just so we can see a little bit better. But now we're going to be looking at 7,300. Oh, okay. So 7,300, I know I'm going to be multiplying by hundreds here. So I'm looking at my list and I'm seeing that, wow, 70 is super close to 7,300. And I know if I added 14 more to that, it's going to be way more than 73 since 73 is only 3 away from 70. So I'm going to look at my multiples. I see it's 1, 2, 3, 4, the 5th multiple of 14. So I know that I'm going to be multiplying by 5 since it's my 5th multiple. And this is 7,300. So I'm going to be multiplying by 500. So 14 times 5 is 70. So let me get rid of that line underneath 73. All right. So I know that I'm going to be multiplying 14 times 5 is 70, but we're multiplying by 100, so it's 700 or 7,000. Now we can subtract, and we have 344. Let's see. We have 300s, so if you don't have to draw, if you were looking, here we have 300s. Oh, you know what? I can't easily put 300s into 14 groups without splitting these up a little bit. So I'm going to have to look at the tens. I see I have 34 tens. I'm going to get rid of the hundred here. I'm going to think 34 tens. I can definitely at least split that into 14 groups at least once. I'm going to look at my multiples here and I see, oh, you know what? 42 is already too big. I'm going to go back one. 28 is the closest I can get to 34 hundreds without going over. And 28 is 1, 2 multiples, or the second multiple of 14. I know I'm multiplying by 2, but it's 34 tens, so it's really multiplying by 2 tens. And let me get rid of that line underneath. Okay, so now we're going to be multiplying, and not the highlighter, 14 times 2, which is 28. We got that from our list. But it's 14 times 2 tens, so it's really 28 tens, which is 280. Now we can subtract. 4 minus 0 is 4. 4 minus 8 we can't do, so we're going to regroup or borrow. 14 tens. 14 tens minus 8 tens is 6 tens. So now we have 64. Let's take a look at our multiples again. We're seeing 64 ones. Let's see, we can break that into 14 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 multiples. But you know what? 70 is too big for 64. So we're going to look at 56, which is our 4th multiple. We're going to be multiplying by 4. 14 times 4, we have it right there. It's 56. Now we can subtract. Oh, can't do 4 minus 6. So let's regroup. Another 14. So we have 14 minus 6 is 8. 5 minus 5 is 0. So 8 we have left over. We have 8 ones. This can't be split evenly into 14 groups. So this is our remainder. When the number here is smaller than the number we're dividing by, we know we're done dividing. We're going to add these up. We have 500 plus 20 plus 4 is 524, and the remainder is 8.